AppSec Online Support Program, Class 8, Week 13, Subject Biology, prepared by Shaista. Textbook Biology 9, Lahore Publishers. Pages numbers are 76 up to 89. Chapter Unit Cells and Tissue. Lesson topic Animal tissues and its different types, plants tissue and its different types. Resources required textbook, internet connection, notebooks. Introduction summary of the lesson. This lesson is about animal tissue and its major categories, about the cell specification, location and function of tissues, and plant tissues and its different types, tissues, function and location. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to know about plant tissue, its types, and function of its each type. Plants tissue. Plants tissues are further divided into simple tissue, compound or complex tissues. Simple tissue are further divided into meristematic tissues, permanent tissues. Compound or complex tissue are further divided into phloem tissues and xylem tissues. Plants tissues. The cells of plant are grouped into tissue with characteristic functions such as photosynthesis, transport, etc. There are two major categories of tissues in plants, that is simple tissues and compound complex tissues. Simple tissues, the tissue which are made of single type of cells are called. Let's discuss about simple tissue. Simple tissues are divided into two, meristematic tissue and permanent tissues. Meristematic tissue. These tissues are composed of cells having ability to divide. The cells are thin-walled, have large nucleus, and small or no vacuoles. Intercellular spaces among them are absent because they give support and shape to the meristematic tissue. The term meristem was first used in 1858. Meristematic tissue is further divided into two, apical meristem and lateral meristem. So first of all we will discuss about apical meristem. Apical meristem located at the tips of root and shoot. Then it is further divided into root apical meristem and shoot apical meristem. Shoot apical meristem, which gives rise to organs like the leaves and flowers. Root apical meristem, which provide the meristematic cells for further root growth. Apical meristem give rise to the primary plant body and are responsible for the extension of the root and shoots. Increase the length of plant, this growth is called primary growth because it is for the extension of the root and shoot. And second one, that is lateral meristem, located on the lateral side of the root and shoot. It is a type of meristem that occurs at the lateral areas of the plant. Thus, it is responsible for the secondary growth of plant that increase in thickness. This type of growth is secondary growth. They are further divided into two. Vascular cambium. Vascular cambium is located between xylem and phloem, and then the second one, that is cork cambium, which is located at the outer lateral side of the plant. Lateral, that is side by side growth, like thickness of that plant growth. Permanent tissues. Permanent tissues originate from meristematic tissue. The cells of these tissue do not have the ability to divide. They are further classified into the following types: epidermal tissues, ground tissues, support. Let's discuss about the epidermal tissue. Epidermal means over skin. It is a Greek word which means over skin. It is single layer cells that covers the leaves, flowers, roots and stem of plants. It forms a boundary between the plants and the external environment. It protects against water loss and regulate gaseous exchange in plants. Act as a barrier between environment and internal plant tissues. Root, they are responsible for the absorption of water and minerals. There are some specialized structure that perform specific function. Epidermal tissue also have specific functions. For example, root hair and stomata. Like stomata open and close according to the need of that plant. So that's why they regulate the gaseous exchange in the plant.
Ground tissues. Ground tissues are simple tissue made of parenchyma cells. Parenchyma cells are the most abundant cells in plants. Overall, they are spherical but flat at point of contact. They have thin primary cell walls and have large vacuoles for storage of food. In leaves, they are called mesophyll and are the sites of photosynthesis. In other parts, they are the sites of respiration and protein synthesis. Support tissues. Support tissue are further divided into collenchyma tissue. They are found in the cortex beneath epidermis of young stems and in the midribs of leaves in the petals of flowers. They are made of elongated cells with unevenly thickened primary cell walls. They are flexible and function to support the organ in which they are found. Support tissues, its second type, that is sclerenchyma tissue. They are composed of cells with rigid secondary cell wall. Their cell walls are hardened with lignin, which is the main chemical component of wood. Mature sclerenchyma cells cannot elongate and most of them are dead. Compound tissue. A plant tissue composed of more than one type of cell is called compound or complex tissue. Complex or compound tissue are further divided into xylem and phloem tissues, found only in vascular plants, are example of xylem tissues. Xylem tissue is responsible for the transport of water and dissolved substances from roots to the aerial parts. Due to the presence of lignin, the secondary walls of its cells are thick and rigid. That is why xylem cells are also provide support to plant's body. Two types of cells are found in xylem tissue, that is vesicle elements and tracheids. Vesicle elements of cell have thick secondary cell wall. They lack end walls and join together to form long tubes. Tracheids are cylinder cells with overlapping ends. Phloem tissues. Phloem tissue is responsible for the conduction of dissolved organic matter, food, between different parts of plant body. Phloem tissue contains sieve tube cells and companion cells. Sieve tube cells are long and their end walls have small pores. Many sieve tube cells join to form long sieve tubes. Companion cells have make proteins for sieve tube cells.
Thank you, dear students. Have a good day.